If he's pulling away, acting distant, or suddenly not the same, there's a reason. In today's video, I am breaking down what men are really thinking when they want to end a relationship, and trust me, it's not what you expect. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Keeping It Real with Kiaundra. I am your host, licensed therapist Kiaundra Jackson. And ladies, I need for you to put in the comment section on this one, tell me what are some things that men have told you when they broke up with you? Let's chat about it. And if there's men watching this too, I need for you to also put in the comments, what have you said to a woman when you wanted to break up with them? Let's talk about that too. So when we think about a man wanting to break up with a woman and not really knowing what's going through his mind, I think as women, we always or oftentimes go to the worst case scenario. We think, oh, he's gonna break up with me because he's cheating, or he likes somebody else, or he was already with somebody else, or he thinks I'm ugly now, or I gained weight so I'm too fat for him. We go worst case scenario when sometimes there's other things in between that he hasn't fully expressed. One thing I know about men is they're not the best at using their words and communicating. Sometimes they'll be thinking a lot of the things that I'm about to break down in this video, but they won't outright say it to you, even though they should. So the first thing that a man is thinking when he wants to break up with you is, I don't see a future anymore. When a man feels like his longer term vision or goals doesn't align with you anymore, he will mentally check out. And it can be values not aligning, goals not aligning, lifestyle not aligning. All of those things can cause him to check out mentally before he actually leaves the relationship and physically leaves. I've worked with thousands of couples at this point, and what I've noticed and one of the themes that I have seen is that oftentimes no one wants to break off the relationship even though it's no longer benefiting them or serving them. They kind of want to have their cake and eat it too. So it's like, I'm gonna stay in this relationship because I do care about this person and I do kind of want to be with them, but it's just not perfect. But I'm gonna do some other shady stuff on the side too, which is not cool. The second thing that a man might be thinking when he wants to break up with you is connection doesn't feel the same. He may feel like the emotional or even physical or even sexual, if you guys are having sex, that spark has faded or is gone. As a side note, I already created a video about the difference between chemistry, compatibility, and connection that I'll link up here and put in the description because this is going to be so helpful in addition to this video for you. If he feels like the spark, the little heart skipping a beat, the butterflies in the stomach, the googly eyes is fading away, what he'll do is he'll basically pull back from you instead of verbally telling you. And here's a little side secret for you. He is unintentionally testing you to see if the bond is strong enough to keep him in the relationship. Sometimes men do this unconsciously, but I've seen it time and time again. And before we move on to the next one, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I was just aware that only 4 to 5% of y'all that watch my content are subscribed. So I need for you to help me get that number all the way up. Click the subscribe button, click the notification button, because that absolutely does help me to create content like this for you every single week. Now let's get back to it. The next thing that a man may be thinking when he wants to break up with you is that I'm not happy, but I don't know how to say it. I've already said this at the beginning of this video, but men struggle with effective two-way communication. They struggle with saying that they're emotionally dissatisfied in a relationship for whatever reason. It could be childhood trauma, past trauma in a relationship, them just not knowing how to communicate because no one taught them. It can be a number of things. Or even him feeling like you would shut him down if he kept it real with you. So instead of them just saying, you know what, I'm no longer happy in this relationship, they're going to be a little bit more distant. They're going to be distracted, so always on their phone, coming home late, watching TV, not trying to spend quality time with you. And they may even be a little irritable. You know how men, they don't really have an attitude like women, but they just kind of don't want to be bothered. They're just nonchalant. They just really don't care. That's an irritability thing that shows you that he's not as invested in this relationship as you are or as he once was before. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but what happens is most men think that it is easier to withdraw from you than to confront the issue, confront the conversation, confront what's been going on in the relationship, and try to resolve it overall. The fourth thing that a man may be thinking when he wants to break up with you is, I don't want to hurt her, but I need out. Now, just because a relationship ends, it doesn't mean that the person did not love you, did not care for you, or did not want to be with you. I hope y'all are catching my drift on this. There's other reasons. Sometimes it ain't got nothing to do with the other person. You know how people say, it's not you, it's me. Sometimes it really is me. Sometimes it really is that person and it's not the partner. But for this one, breakups are often delayed because of fear. Or because the man doesn't want to be seen as the bad guy to you, to his friends, to your family, to his family, especially if you guys were in a long-term relationship or you started to intermingle and intertwine your lives, being you know his family, he knows your friends and all of those things. He could be seen as the bad guy to other people and he does not want that to happen. Inside, it's almost like he's torn. He's torn between guilt, but he's also torn between having his own peace because he knows that this relationship is not what he desires any longer. And the fifth and final thing that a man may be thinking when he wants to break up with you is that I've already detached myself emotionally. Now, also, I'm giving y'all all the game in this video. Also, please be aware that a man will still sleep with you, even though he may be detached from you emotionally. He'll still get it in. He'll still want to do all of the fun things sexually with you. And then sometimes that conveys, especially as a woman, it conveys to us like, oh, he loves me. He want to be with me. He, enjoys my sexualness. But that's still the furthest thing from the truth. Because yes, he can enjoy sex with you, but that does not mean he's connected to you emotionally and wants to be with you. There are some men who will sleep with anybody and anything, even when he knows the relationship or whatever has dissolved. But this one, by the time that he is like, okay, I'm for real about to end this relationship, he has already detached and distanced himself from you emotionally. I'm talking about this isn't just like, oh, a day or two. I'm talking about he's been doing this for weeks. He's been doing this for months. And in some people's cases, people who stay way too long, he's probably been doing this for years at this point. But what happens is that the mental disconnection makes the final breakup and for him to walk away so much easier because he's been detached from you for a long time prior to that. While to you and the woman, it might feel like it was very sudden. Like, where's this coming from? I thought we were good. We were having sex and we were back on track. It's been a long time coming for him. So my final thoughts on this is like, obviously some of these things that I mentioned in this video is what a man is thinking when he wants to break up with you, but it can go both ways. These are some of the things that a woman is thinking when she wants to break up with a man too. I don't want you, per usual, to take this as a final rule. Like, Kiaundra said this, so if he's thinking this or if he said that, then that's a definitive line. I want you to have conversations. If you see a shift in your relationship, I don't care what phase of the relationship you're in, dating, long-term relationship, engagement, I don't care if you've been married for 20 years. If you see a shift, open the line of communication and say, hey babe, you've been different. You've been irritable. You seem a little bit emotionally distant. Like, what's going on here? Is there something that I did? What can be resolved? Is this something going on with you personally that has nothing to do with me? Like, please let me in so we can figure this out. Because at the end of the day, if this is somebody that don't want to be with you or the relationship is no longer serving either one of y'all, please do not delay ending the relationship because you're truly keeping yourself from the person you're supposed to be with, and he is keeping himself from the person he's truly supposed to be with too. So thank you so much for watching another episode of the Keeping It Real with Kiaundra show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Be blessed. Bye.